Now, when we look to God being the one to do the sending, and this is where I told you there's two, books that we're going to be looking at. The first one for you note takers to jot down in the sending process is the book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 1 and 2, God sending. It begins this in chapter 1, verse 1. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, "Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, cry out against it, for their wickedness has come up before me." So understand, God is doing what? He's calling a right person to go to the right place. And the issue being is this: he doesn't have the right spirit yet, but God's going to work on that one. And as he goes, he has the right message. And so I think it's important to see that when we're seeing Jonah, the first thing is what? There's a sending. The other passage is this: Jesus is speaking to his disciples, and he makes this declaration. In Acts chapter 1, beginning in verse 4, and being assembled together with them, he commanded them, now note this, not to depart from Jerusalem, but to wait for the promise of the Father, which he said, "You've heard from me. For John has truly baptized with water, but you shall be baptized with the Holy Spirit not many days from now." And so we understand that he says what? I'm sending you here. You don't leave Jerusalem, you wait. But at the same time, while you're waiting, guess what? You're the right people, but it's going to be what? Not many days from now. So you see that what? There's a right time. You got the right place. You've got the right people. You got the right time. And then in chapter 1, verse 8, you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you shall be witnesses to me in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. So then you have the right spirit. And so we understand what begins to happen is that they're called here to do what? I'm sending you. Now also in chapter 2, we see in the verse, couple of verses, verse 6, he says this: when the day of Pentecost had fully come, they're all in one accord, in one place. And suddenly there was a sound of heaven, of a rushing mighty wind, and filled the whole house where they were sitting. And there appeared to them divided tongues as of fire, and one sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. And there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men from every nation under heaven. And when this sound occurred, the multitude came together. So you understand? God does send them. You don't go out, you stay here, but you wait for what? My timing. You wait for my spirit, and you wait for my message.